Went out to the trails for a quick little test ride on the Hawk after doing some upgrades to it. You can see the wire on the front right of the tire there, because I changed out the cluster. There's a video over here on my site about changing out to the digital cluster from the analog cluster, because the analog cluster is just horribly inaccurate. So I swapped that out for the digital cluster and put on the new LED headlight. Obviously I wasn't testing the headlight because it's daytime, but I wanted to give the digital cluster a good test. So I took it down to the trails, took it out for a quick ride, which I thought would be a nice little smooth test of the new digital cluster and the new camera angles, because I picked up a couple new GoPro camera mounts. So I figured I'd try them out, try out the camera angles, and see how it all looked. So this is me heading out to the trail area that we go riding. Basically just a long, several mile stretch of trails. We just gotta take some pavement to get there. Thankfully the Hawk 250 is an Enduro, so it is street legal, which is very convenient, just being able to drive it, not have to worry about cops, because it's legal. This road here is kind of hard to tell because it's been covered in dirt, because they got some construction trucks going back. They're doing some work on a dam and a water retention area out here. But that road is terrible. There are giant potholes all over the place. And then out here, I'm not riding on the actual trail itself because there's quite a few spots with potholes. Right next to it, it's actually a little bit smoother because the trucks haven't torn ruts down this part of it. So this is me just ripping about 40, 50 miles an hour down the side of the trail. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, that rear camera looks pretty cool. Front one's kind of meh. That rear one's pretty neat. Watching the suspension bounce, watching the tire bounce. You get a pretty cool angle. I was just cruising along, and all of a sudden, power drop. I had no more power, and the whole bike decided it didn't want to run anymore. No idea why at the time. Leave a message in the comments if you think you know why this happened. So, I have solved the problem. It's probably not what you'd expect it to be. I do have a video that I'm working on, and I'll have out here shortly. One of the things I thought might have caused this was the ignition coil system. So I ended up replacing the factory ignition coil system, which is notoriously weak on the Hawk 250. I put in a brand new Nibbi ignition coil, which actually did help my power quite a bit. But it didn't end up being the problem. So that was stall number one. I'm just looking around at the bike trying to figure out what the hell caused it, because it fired right back up. So, figured might as well keep on riding. Maybe it was just a fluke. see after it fired back up, ran pretty good. So this whole time I'm sitting here thinking, nah, it was just a fluke. So I'm riding further out. And then out of nowhere, power cuts, nothing left. Bike stalls out.
What the fuck?
This time it wouldn't start back up. So I had to sit here for a good several minutes. Just waiting. Pulled out my phone. Did a little bit of Googling to see if I could figure out what might be causing it. Nothing really all that helpful. So I just sat here. I will say it eventually turned back on. What do you guys think caused this? Let me know in the comments, and I'll update y'all with what it actually was in the next riding video. Alright y'all, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.